What is good, Festival Tales fam? It's spooky. Halloween. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. We'll have more info for you another time. Let's not get too caught up in all that. Halloween is upon us. All right,
yes.
it's spooky
It's the best
season.
holiday.
Is it?
I think so.
Oh,
I think it's a pretty good one.
but you also just said before this that like if you see like a Halloween special of any show,
Well,
or
it's
anything.
more if I see a holiday special of any kind, like Thanksgiving, Christmas. If I see that and it's like for example, if I see a Christmas episode of a TV show and I'm like existing in July, I'm not gonna watch it.
Oh, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
But the way you said that before was like, I'm not a big fan of any holiday event. So like, but okay, that makes sense. So, but if there's a Christmas special and it's airing during Christmas, you're about it.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
That now I feel like an asshole because I was trying to get you on a gotcha moment and I definitely didn't.
Oh, no.
You fooled me.
No, sir.
I was bamboozled again.
Uno
Just
reverse
like
card.
R.L. Grime did
Oh, yeah.
to me with his trap music.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Okay, so Halloween special, not really crazy, nothing crazy. We're not even in costumes, so we really did a good job with that. But Halloween festivals is what we're kind of going to talk about today. That's going to be today's topic. So there's a couple of them out there that you can go to. There's also a ton of different Halloween events that people put on. I've started to notice. I feel like a lot more this year actually than in the past. Maybe I'm just been oblivious, but
I don't know.
I just feel like I'm seeing more pop up where they're like 1 day event on Halloween. Boom. I guess I'm sure they've always occurred. I just haven't seen them more.
Maybe we're just like adults now, and we've discovered them.
That could be it too, but I was an adult last year as well.
I was also an adult last year. That doesn't check out. So,
but
yeah, I don't know.
anyways, besides one night events, festival wise, there is Escape,
Which I heard is like a really, really good one.
always, I will say, well, we'll get into it.
Or just a lot of people are promoting it. I can't really tell at this point.
A little bit of both.
Probably both, yeah.
Probably both. It also is in LA, so a lot more like of those influencer people, friends of ours that go and post like.
You know who you are.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm not calling you out. It's not a bad thing. It's just more people who go there, and then therefore it gets more posts. What's the one? Oh, Freaky Deaky.
Freaky Deaky. I went to that one last year.
Okay, I'm very curious on that because I've never gone. I've always been intrigued to go. And then I know Halloween. In Florida. I feel like there's one more.
There's Get Freaky.
Where's that? I've never heard that.
That's in Salt Lake City.
And that's an actual festival, 2 days event, like 1 day event or 2 day event.
I think it's 2 or 3 days. Yeah.
Oh, sick. Okay, did not know that.
Yeah.
Cool.
I know.
So let's just hit those 4. And we're forgetting anything else? I think we're good. Because Freaky Deaky and
We gotta be forgetting something.
Escape are the main ones. You want to look? I'll look it up real quick.
Halloween festival. Escape, Get Freaky, Freaky Deaky, Halloween. I mean, those are like the 4 big ones.
That's
yeah.
I think those are the good Halloween festival. Oh wait,
And then there's like smaller ones, like the one here. It's like a 1 day event. Supernatural.
And then in Florida, they used to have like a boo something.
Oh.
These boo events.
Oh, the boo. Yeah, the boo events. Yeah, that's one too.
Oh wow! Is that still going on?
I haven't heard about it in a while.
And then
I know you're talking about that.
Voodoo Music and Arts Experience in New Orleans. That used to be. I don't think that's occurring anymore.
I remember seeing the lineup for Voodoo and like shitting a brick. So like this is so good.
Past, and then it's also in New Orleans, like probably the best Halloween town in the U.S.
Yeah.
We're thinking about it, right? What compares? French Quarter, vampires.
Salem?
Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. I thought I had discovered something.
Yeah.
Stumbled upon something there, folks. I was wrong. Okay, well let's focus because voodoo. Well, let's make sure that's still happening or not. And if that's still happening, we'll throw that in there.
While he's looking that up, I would like to clarify that the voodoo religion is actually not scary, and just that Anglo-American Caucasian people decided to make it scary many years ago, hundreds of years ago, and it's not actually something to be scared of, but it has become a spooky thing in the American zeitgeist somehow, and continues to be, but it is not. It is just a religion. Anyways, did you find your thing?
It looks like it's not happening.
No.
We'll take a pause in 2022. So they stopped in 2022. Okay.
Let's take a pause in 2022. It's 2024.
They are on a long pause.
Wasn't that a mixed genre one?
He was. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing that and being like, whoa.
Yeah. What was that?
That was my...
I thought that was a train outside.
No, that was me.
Well, I know that now. I looked
I
over.
can make crazy noises.
Thank God there's lights on. That would be spooky.
Oh, should I haunt him?
I'd rather not be haunted. I've got enough demons right now I'm facing.
No, I should haunt you.
What would that mean? What does this entail?
Well, it'd be a little tricky because I'm still alive.
Oh, okay.
But
I thought there was. I legit. I legit thought you were like meaning something completely different than like the legit haunting. Okay, that's so dumb. Blonde moment for me. Sorry, blonde ladies. But okay,
Yeah.
so let's just focus on the main four that we had, which was Escape, Halloween, Psycho Circuit, Freaky Deaky, Hula, and then you had something else you had named that I had never heard of. Freaky something.
Get freaky.
Get freaky. Okay, so let's let's hit that one first so we can get
Which is not the same thing as freak offs.
right.
Let's clarify that.
Right. Yes. Good clarification on that.
We do not support P. Diddy or anything he stands for. Neither do these festivals.
Podcast does not associate with P. Diddy.
Podcast does not endorse P. Diddy or his actions.
Have you seen all the Gen Z people commenting on ads like "Nice try, P. Diddy"? I'm like not like on like
the internet.
Facebook.
It feels like it forever.
Not Facebook, on like Instagram and like TikTok ads when it's like a blatant ad by a company. They flood the comments with "Nice try, P. Diddy." Like, and I mean flood, like you scroll and every comment, it says like 200 comments and 150 of them are "Nice try, P. Diddy." And that's it.
Wait, there's like actual tears coming out of my eyes.
Like, it's crazy. We could do a whole topic on like marketing to Gen Z because it is the way of the future and people need to start figuring that out.
It
because
is like an all-consuming part of my life because I
Yeah.
am both Gen Z and also chronically on the internet.
Yeah. Well, it's wild. Like, if I find one, I'll send you the ad because it's kind of it's hysterical. Like at first, I was like, "What is this?" And then I finally saw a video on what was going on, and I was like, "Oh my god! They're just flooding it." Nice try.
Oh yeah, the P. Diddy thing, like, it seems like it just popped off fairly recently.
Well, they released more information.
They did.
Yeah.
But it's been going on for quite some time.
Like what he was doing, or like the investigation.
Oh, what he was doing was going on for like decades.
Yes.
But like
Yeah,
the
sorry. I
investigation has
wanted
been
to
going on
clarify.
for quite some time.
Only in the last 6 months. He ran away fairly recently.
Yeah.
But now, like, a bunch of stuff's been coming out and been released. And anyways, so
Enough
we're not
about
associated
that.
with that.
That's a spooky story for another day.
Yeah, that's not our podcast. But we will talk about these festivals. So I don't know anything about Get Freaky.
I don't know much about it either, but it looks pretty lit.
So it's in Utah, you were saying?
Yeah, it's in Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake City, Utah. Is it on like the Salt Lake? What is it on? Is it just in the city?
I don't know. I think it's
Okay.
in Salt Lake City.
Hmm.
Gotta fact check that, but I'm like 99% sure it is.
Okay.
I just don't trust my...
We should never
Myself.
even talk about it. We don't know anything about it. Okay, so
No, we
next-
don't really
next-
know anything about it, but it looks lit. They get like really cool people there. I'm like, how? And the
Mo-
videos that come out of that, I'm like, what is... Every year, I'm like, what is this festival? And then it's like, oh, it's Get Freaky. And I'm like, this looks amazing. And I never go. And I don't know anyone that goes. I know people that have played. And they said that it was good. But that's like a different experience. I don't know about people that actually attend. I haven't heard about anyone attending this.
Yeah, no, we'll breeze past it.
Yeah, we can move on.
Get freaky. If someone can send us.
Escape is probably the biggest one.
If you've been to Get Freaky, send us a story. Continue.
Please let us know how Get Freaky is. If you enjoyed it, if you attended, I just want to know. Next one is Escape, which is probably the biggest one. It's either the most lit Halloween festival, or it is the most heavily promoted Halloween festival. Like I said, it's really hard to tell.
I will say
It's Insomniac though, so it has to be good.
yeah, I'm sure they put on a good show. It wouldn't continue if it wasn't doing good and it wasn't bringing in people, and it wouldn't even be continuing, because they've pulled. There was a festival they did in Florida. They tried to do a countdown New Year's Eve in Florida one year, and it flopped.
Really?
I mean,
well, Insomniac has always had issues moving to the East Coast because like every EDM promoter's like pretty much established over here. Or wait, we're in Denver. Oh my god. Over there?
yeah.
Forgot where I lived for a second. So they've always kind of had issues just like competing with the established East Coast promoters. Just for various reasons. Like they tried to do EDC New York, it didn't work.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that.
And surprisingly, EDC Orlando works.
Yeah, that's like the
only one really that I can think of. They've got
that one, and there's one in Maryland, I think.
Oh, Element. No.
Not Element.
No.
I'm blanking so hard on
God,
it.
I am too.
It's in the spring though.
Okay.
Like
Glowfest, Project Glow.
Project Glow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's
so they have that too.
Okay. But yeah, I mean it must be doing good. I will say every year, when I see videos from it, the stage design looks amazing. That's something I personally love. I know I think I know people that enjoy the stages and stuff. I really love when they do something cool. But they have like a very like mother skeleton type thing in one of the main stages, and every year they release a picture of it and it looks amazing and looks really cool.
So by mother skeleton, do you mean like the Home Depot skeleton, but like way cooler?
Like that injected a lot of horse steroids and is just 43 feet tall now.
So like,
you never seen it? It's like a skeleton.
No.
The stage is like the skeleton's in the middle, and its hands are like spread out, and then the stage's screens are in between like the hands and her.
So it's like the Home Depot skeleton final boss.
Yeah. Yeah. You've defeated.
Why are we not there?
You've defeated about 100 Home Depot skeletons to get to this thing, and you're like, God damn it! There's one more.
Is that part of the festival? It's like you get to be on stage with a tech house DJ of your choice on this stage if you defeat 15 Home Depot skeletons.
And then they've got just a bunch of other cool stages too, like a haunted house looking style stage sometimes.
Your favorite?
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to get him to go to a haunted house. And
guys, I'm not a fan.
He won't do it. Look, it's a haunted house. It's not a haunted asylum like the last place I went. So I think you should be fine. The haunted asylum is crazy.
There's a better picture. I can always go back to that.
And it's actually haunted. And then they put scary shit in it.
I am just not a haunted house person. I do think they have haunted houses at this event, and I think they do at Freaky Deaky too.
I think they, yeah.
Where you can go in them for fun. I would not want to do
Freaky
that.
Deaky, I couldn't find them.
I had friends that went one year, and I swear that they did have them, but I could be wrong. I mean, I didn't go, so, you know.
Yeah.
This is kind of a good photo, but not really.
Oh, my Lord. Wait, I've never seen that before.
That's the main stage. Here.
Free.
There you go, people. Look at that. If you're watching, I'm putting it on the screen. We'll get to the point where we have someone doing the computer and they just look it up, but we're not there yet. We're chilling on the couch, having a good time.
Yeah, like Tim Dillon, our favorite.
Yes, Tim Dillon. Oh, could do a whole episode on me introducing you to Tim Dillon. Wait, here you go. There's a better picture. Zoom in on it. Take a gander at that.
Take your phone.
Take my phone. Take a gander at that.
Feels wrong. It's not mine.
But yeah, so cool, the stage
sick.
design. I also think they have I swear someone told me that they have areas in the like. You ever been to like Busch Gardens Halloween Horror Nights or Universal Hollow Scream and stuff like that? I actually flipped those around. I got those backwards, but
Um,
where you like go and like you walk around and they like people are walking around with fake chainsaws and they try to scare you.
yeah,
You haven't been.
I know that.
Okay, well,
Like an
the way you
apocalypse.
said it made the way you said that.
I was trying to like think. I was trying to think.
You're right. I think they have that like areas like just like in the music parks they have an area where like if you walk through this area like they can come at you
Yeah,
kind of deal. Is that falling?
I think this thing is falling.
Yeah.
Well, here we go.
You're gonna have to just hold it like that. Okay. Talk real quick. Talk. Let's make sure it worked.
Does it? Was uh?
Okay. Yeah, it's working. Well, it's the one time because last time when you were holding it, so I was worried if the mount was moving, it would break. But we're good. But yeah, good festival. Wow, we've been so distracted this episode. Great festival, great episode.
Yeah.
If you've been listening this far, congrats. Thank you very much. But Freaky Deaky, you've been to Freaky Deaky.
Yeah, I like Freaky Deaky.
Give us a little bit of a rundown on what that's like stage wise.
Freaky Deaky had one of the coolest drone shows I've ever seen.
Okay.
Stage wise, the stages are pretty cool. It's a smaller festival. I was surprised how small it was, but the lineup was like really cool. I thought that the indoor stage was by far the coolest.
All right.
As opposed to the main stage.
Good to know. People dress up. Was that a thing there?
Yeah, people dress up.
I feel like oh no, I'm out of focus. I feel like that is sometimes a
Are we good?
I think so. Slowly but surely. Sometimes that's a thing at some festivals that does occur or doesn't occur. To be fair, like I don't even know if I would dress up at like an event. Like, even if it was on Halloween, I don't know if I would. That's why I ask, like, do people do that? Because actually the only time I did was a drive-through. Back in the COVID days, there was Subtronics did a drive-through on like Halloween weekend in Orlando, Florida, and we went and we dressed up for that.
Yeah.
But even that, I like wore like it was the most basic thing ever. I wore like I made some cargo shorts, put blood on them, ripped a white shirt, put on a flannel over it, and then put a mask on and have like a baseball bat. That was it. Very minimum.
Well, we're gonna go to Spirit tomorrow.
Oh,
we're supposed to do that today.
That's true.
And we're gonna go absolutely crazy.
Yeah, big Halloween guys.
Yeah, I want to go to every Spirit store in Denver, but I don't think I can because that's very time consuming.
40.
I know.
How many there are?
I don't know. They keep showing up. They just come out of nowhere. It's like it's
Halloween,
like midnight on October 1st. All the Halloween stores just like appear.
Your bankruptcy means we're getting money.
It's true.
With Freaky Deaky, was so what you said you didn't find any haunted houses, nothing like that.
I didn't find any haunted houses.
Were there themed days that you knew of?
I'm so bad with this stuff.
So no.
I know that I don't think there were. I think it was just Halloween.
Yeah.
But I'm so bad with like the theme days. I just never know what they are.
Yeah. I only figured regular festivals it's hit or miss, but like a Halloween one that could be a thing, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
And then it's not a camping festival, right? It's like it's in the
No, it's not.
It's in Dallas.
It's in Austin.
Oh, it's in Austin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cool. I really like Austin.
I really want to go.
Yeah, Austin's cool. You would like Austin.
I think I would.
I think you would.
And I'm a little nervous to go visit because I might want to move there.
The only reason I wouldn't want to live in Austin is because like the main thing to do is to go to bars. It seems like that seems like the main thing that everyone does. Right. Like when they go out, like it's very bar heavy town. Okay. And I don't know if that's because they have the school there or what the deal is, but it seems like everyone goes out to bars there. They do have a good electronic scene. And you know, they have Disco Donnie down there. So they do have like really good events because Disco Donnie is a really great company and hosts very good events. But also, just Texas, I don't know. It's a little.
No harm, no foul there.
But their politics are a little backwards, so I don't know if
No
I could
harm, no
hang
foul there.
hang
Festival
down
season.
there
Woo, okay.
too long.
And then
Yeah, but just a quick in and out every once in a while.
Halloween. Pivoting away from that. Halloween.
I'm just saying, I'm like,
No,
it's
you're good.
just
But
glad
Halloween.
to live here.
Um,
Halloween. I have heard nothing but amazing things about Halloween. I'm so sad I couldn't go this year.
gone 2 years in a row. Will not be attending a third. Just logistically hard from Colorado. But I have not. This is all I can say. I have not been to Electric Forest yet. At the moment, as it stands, Halloween may be the best festival in the country. Again, I have not gone to Electric Forest, so
He
I
needs
cannot
to go
compare.
to Electric Forest.
Right, and I'll make a final
Mhm.
comparison when that comes. But from what I know, from what people have said that have gone to both, they just say it is a very much like a mini Electric Forest.
That's what I've heard.
And the reason I think it's better is one, why I think it could be better. Again, I haven't been to Electric Forest. I like that it was smaller. So
Mhm.
nothing crazy. I think it's only about 30 to 40,000 attendees, maybe.
Oh wow. Okay.
Actually, it might be less than that. I don't want to butcher this, but as I'm talking, I'll look this up.
So I know Elements was like a little bit smaller than that, and I love Elements.
Wow.
How many people?
Wow. Last year's attendance was 20,000. Okay, so way smaller than we thought.
Okay.
Which makes sense because the grounds are not big, but they do have a phenomenal job. So something that I loved too about Halloween was they have about 4 stages. They have like the asteroid bar hidden in the woods. That usually doesn't go on till later in the night. They have the amphitheater, which is normally there anyways. Tipper and Friends does a big show there every year. That it's like one of the bigger ones in Florida for them. They're like known for going there in Florida and doing their Tipper and Friends event for like the weekend, and it's at that amphitheater. So that amphitheater's there, and it's not like a normal amphitheater. It's literally super small, built into like the side of this hill, dirt, like, and then like small steps that are maybe like that big. Like it's really tiny. And it's in the forest. There's trees everywhere too. Then they have the field, and there were 2 stages on the field because the field's big enough. There's one on the far end, which is the main stage, and then there's another one which is just probably like a quarter of the size. Those 2 stages are never going on at the same time. So if someone's playing on the main stage, the other stage is not due. There's no artist going. So it's only one of those stages and the amphitheater going at the same time. So it really divides the crowd up enough to where it's not super crowded. And then, so they'll switch in that field. They'll switch. So those stages won't be going on at the same time. So you'll have like an artist go on at that stage, and then the amphitheater and I forgot there are 5 stages. No, there are 6 stages. I'm so crazy right now. There's the amphitheater, and then there's 2 by the lake, and then there's the asteroid bar on the other side of the lake. Same thing on the lake stages. The 2 are never. They could go on at the same time, but usually they're switching on and off, and then the amphitheater is going on. But they do a really good job of like putting on these acts at these different stages where it's kind of like diversing the crowd enough to where it's not super crowded at every stage. The only time I ever felt it was super crowded was during String Cheese Incident, because it was their main act, which I'll get into that in a second. And then also Pretty Lights, because it was his first festival back in I think like a year or 2 years or something, and it happened to be Halloween, so that was packed. Only 2 times I felt remotely like this is too crowded. Everything else super easy going in and out, super easy to walk around. String Cheese Incident, quick tangent on that, and then I'll go into the rest of why I think Halloween's amazing. String Cheese Incident, one of their better festivals, one of their better sets from what I've known. I've only seen them there. I haven't seen them anything else yet. But they bring out like the Nightmare Before Christmas style Halloween caricatures, and they bring them in like inflatables, and like during their finale set, they're like bringing the balloons into the crowd and they're like coming above you. I have a video somewhere on my phone. Won't be able to put it on this, but I can show you where like the balloons are like all around us. Like people are walking through them with like a parade, and you're just they're playing music. It was really cool. And then going on Halloween itself, what makes the festival special? Number one, you can camp anywhere. So in the festival grounds, because it's normally a campground, it's at the Swanee and Live Oak Music Park on the Swanee River. It's already a park year round. That RVs can come and hook up, and people can stop in on their whatever their Great American Travel, their retirement plans. But they pretty much open the park up, and they just say first come first serve. You can camp wherever. So people will go on like Monday before the festival, because it opens a week before the festival. They like close it off for the festival a week before. And people go in, and they will go and rope off a spot. You can camp in the forest. You can camp out in the fields. The RVs do have their own section and area, but other than that, like car GA camping is a free for all, which I kind of like. It's very cool. It's honestly, yeah. They are technically the same. There is security going into the festival to make sure you don't.
Well, I don't want to say that. There's security going into the festival like campground,
Mhm.
but I was kind of shocked when I first discovered this. I went to my friend's campsite. We started walking, and we just walked, and then all of a sudden we're at a stage, and I was like, "Oh, is this like a camp stage?" And they're like, "No, we're inside the festival." And I was like, "It's like all like you just walk freely."
I do love that.
That's what I thought you meant.
I will say it's
It is America though; it's a little bit different.
I will say, yeah, it's definitely.
Yeah.
I will say it's the easiest security I've had. Not in like an easy, like they don't check you, but what I mean is like they do a really good job of like.
There's technology now that if you care about your patrons, you can invest in, and it makes it easier for people.
Yeah, and that's
And
all I'll
that's probably what
say
you're
is
talking
it
about.
was
Yeah.
super easy to go in and out of the campgrounds. They did allow it at all times. There was never like a cutoff. There was never like the line. There's too much. Like it was always you could just walk in and out. Like I can't tell you. Every year we always walked back to camp to change into more warmer clothes. Walked back in. Never felt like we had to wait. They had the security things that you could just like walk through, and it would just if it beeped,
Mm-hmm.
they pulled you to the side. That was it, and then they searched your bag and stuff. Otherwise, they're like just keep walking, and then like they let you bring in. It has a little bit of those chiller elements too. Like they let you bring in wagons and chairs and stuff. So like you could bring a
Okay.
wagon and fill it with lawn chairs if you wanted to, and they just would pull it to the side and check it, hand check it, and that was it. And then the other big thing, which everyone talks about, and it is something to do, is Spirit Lake. Spirit Lake is the main attraction there. It
Okay.
is so last year was the first year that 2023 was the first year they did this where they allowed everyone to walk. You could walk completely around the lake. Usually they had it
Okay.
cut off halfway. Not anymore. They have different attractions and art installations now around the whole lake. So it's way bigger now.
Okay.
And the asteroid stage is over that way too. But at all hours of the night or certain hours, they'll have specific shows on the lake. They project like I don't even know how to explain it, but they like 3D project these things onto like the fountain fixtures. And like they'll make spooky noises, there'll be spooky things like on the lake. They'll do like a spirit like and it's called Spirit Lake year round, not just at the event. Like it's Spirit Lake show. And I wish we could
Mm.
just pull it up to show you because it is so cool. So like it's a very important thing when it's your first time. You go, you find out when they're doing the show, or you can just sit around the lake whenever because there's always something going on at the lake. But like they put on a show. They have lasers going across the lake up on top that shoot into the water, shoot above it. They have the lasers going into the trees around the lake. Like it's just a cool thing to just explore and wander off into. Again, that's why I think people say it's like an electric forest field because you're just in the forest and there's just light shooting. There's all these art installations you can go into. There's an art maze you can go into. There's a wooden church there that has like an upside down fixture, has like this, it's like a haunted house type feel, except it's not. People aren't gonna like come out and scare you. But like there's like a dining room table on the ceiling, like upside down, that you can walk through these things. They do a church service on one of the nights. I don't know what it's about. It's simply, it's not like an actual church service. It's something different. It's their version of church.
Like a
But
Kanye West church service.
something like that. People
Okay.
do say like to go to it. I did not, but you can actually stay on the outside and like still hear it because it's not like a enclosed church, and like you
Yeah.
can see through the cracks of the church. So like we actually went and stood outside and like listened. It was kind of cool. And then sometimes acts perform in that like venue, that area, but all around just a lot of things you can go in and out of to explore. Literally like once the final like couple acts ended and there was just like the afters going, we would just explore that night and just like wander around. And there's Renegades, of course. People, because, oh my God, I've actually never talked about this, and I'm going on a long tangent, I know. But
No, do it.
one of the cool things that does not get talked about enough about Halloween is because of the campgrounds, you can camp anywhere and you can set up camp however. There are groups of people that will specifically set their campground up to be a renegade venue. And they'll set up to where like you enter in a specific way into their campground, and then it just opens up. And then, you know, RVs are around it, or the tents or everything are around it, and they'll have a full stage. They'll have covers over it. They'll have lasers going, like full on renegade that they set
That's
up
so
personally
cool.
for this event. And then they'll tell people like, oh, we're in lot E, lane 5 or whatever, or around lane 5. And you just kind of go there and you hear the music and you're like, it must be over there. And then they've got like an entrance with lights to like be like music this way, and super cool.
Yeah.
People also decorate their campsites. Like they'll bring inflatable Halloween ghosts and stuff,
Oh,
like the
no
big
way.
ones,
Cool.
and put them up. So like you could be walking. Like last year, I was at a Renegade set far, far, far away from camp. Like I remember all of a sudden I was like, I need to go home, and then I'm like looking around. I'm like, I am so far from camp.
Like I am home now.
And I like walked at least a mile before I finally waved the golf cart lady down, and I was like, I'll pay you whatever, just drive me the rest of the way. Like it was, because it was that far. But I was walking by these campsites, and there was like people with like they had like a full on like giant ghost, the Home Depot skeleton, like all that stuff. It was awesome.
I want a Home Depot skeleton so bad. It won't fit in here.
Balcony.
I know your solution to everything is let's put it on the balcony. We could have a balcony couch if the second couch doesn't fit.
It's a great space to just put whatever you want to out there to have fun.
You really can, but we're getting a yard next time.
Yeah, that'll be.
And we're gonna put a giant Home Depot skeleton right in front.
I'm all game for that.
Yeah.
In where I lived, no, so off topic, but I can't remember. I don't know why it's not talked about more. Where I lived in Tampa, there were people in buildings and businesses that would have the giant Home Depot skeletons year round. Like a loft.
It's
like a cigarette factory loft that they turned into a loft.
Had a stylistic choice.
Giant skeleton on top of it on the water tower.
I respect that decision thoroughly.
Love it.
What I really want to do is I want to get a giant Home Depot skeleton, and I think you might know what I'm about to say, and put disco tiles all over it.
That would be intense.
There is one down the road, like one of those rooftop bars.
I did see that. Where did I see that?
I don't know.
Oh my God! Wait, I know
they play dubstep there sometimes.
They what?
It's a Denver thing. They play dubstep on the rooftop bar. I remember I went there on a Monday. They were playing like bro step. It was for like phase 1 in his label.
I'll have to find it because I can't remember. Yeah.
But yeah, they have a skeleton on that rooftop bar.
So
funny. It's like covered in disco tiles.
That's amazing. Yeah, we should invest in that.
Yeah. That takes so long to make. I watched a girl on the internet make it because I look this type of shit up because I want to put disco tiles on everything I own. So I look at it, it landed on my For You page, and I watched this girl, and it took her like 3 days to like make put disco tiles on the skeleton.
Just piece by piece gluing those on sounds.
No, she had like the strips like I have. I have disco tiles. I have a lot of disco tiles just ready to go.
Still,
at a moment's notice.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Why don't we put it on the table?
The disco tiles or the skeleton?
The disco tiles.
You want to put it
Make this just.
Oh, I have ideas for the disco tiles.
Okay.
You know my idea.
Yes. Yeah. we're not disclosing that idea just yet.
It's gonna be a surprise.
But those are the Halloween festivals. We wanted to do a quick special to just talk about them, give you guys an idea about the ones we knew, ones we don't know, and that we hope you guys have stories from them. Anything else you want to hit on these?
Oh, we should very briefly talk about the summoning.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Yes. Yeah. Summoning.
Yeah.
I would throw summoning into the Halloween festival realm.
Didn't that happen around? That happened in October.
Funny enough, to the day we are recording, which is October 22nd, I got a flashback today for 2 years ago, first year. Yeah.
Oh, you went.
Oh, I went.
I'm so jealous.
It was.
I was like, there is no way I could figure out how to get to the caverns, so I just didn't. I was like, this seems like a lot.
Luckily, at that time, 2022 fall, I still lived in that area. So I was like 4.5, 5 hours away driving. So I was
Look
like,
at you,
perfect.
just being in the right place at the right time.
Literally couldn't have been planned it better because, and not only that, that year it was also super cheap. Like I think camping was like $100 and the ticket itself was like 50.
That's wild.
And I split the camping with 3 other people. So it was like I went for like $80. And it was I remember it being like super because why I know it was so cheap is because the next year we were like, let's go again. Thinking like it's gonna and it was like camping was like $700. And we were like, didn't we pay like a sixth or seventh of that last year? And then we looked it up. We were like, we barely paid anything. And now it's the price of an entire ticket of 2 tickets to EDC Orlando. That's insane.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about ticket prices, Charlie XCX, and Warped Tour in a later episode.
Yes,
I've already decided because I can tie all these things together in a way that makes a lot of sense. But yeah, no, it's like the festivals. They're like, people want to go, so we're gonna charge more money, and we don't care if it's reasonable or not. But at the same time, it's like,
well,
that's crazy.
I think part of
it
was
like the jump sounds insane.
The
like,
jump was insane.
It's radical.
I can only think of it as like they needed. Well, they're not doing it. They didn't do it this year, and odds are there's a reason, most likely with the venue, that they're not going to do it again at that venue. I think it's only been there those 2 years. That's all it's going to
Well, they're not doing it at the venue because of the Facebook page. I was trying to pull it up. I don't know if it still exists.
Okay, so I did not know this was a thing. So do tell us.
Well, I don't know. Some people, some very strange people, think that sudden death is like trying to summon the devil, which objectively, if you knew nothing about who he was and his music, makes a lot of sense, right? So there's a lot of people that live in the area around the caverns in Tennessee, middle of nowhere, not exposed to a lot. Like, Wi-Fi situation is iffy, you know, like they don't know what's going on in the world. Like they're very out of it. Just all they know is themselves. So they don't know who Sudden Death is. And he shows up with a festival called Summoning, wearing a animal skull over his head as if it was a mask, with a bunch of other people in Halloween looking scary masks.
We all had dark. 1 year at Caverns before it became a festival. Quick tidbit. This will make a lot of sense.
Okay.
The year before they did the festival, they had Sudden Death in the Caverns, and they gave out black cloaks to everyone.
That's sick.
Which was sick.
But if you see footage of that, and you know, like if you see that happening, and you know you like don't have Verizon Fios or Spectrum or something, like your internet's kind of weird, right? Like you don't know what's happening. Like like I don't know, like you forgot your Instagram password like 8 years ago and like, you can't get back in, so you just gave up, and now you just like live on Facebook and just say mean things to people. And anyways, if that's you and you live in Tennessee by the caverns and you see this happening, you don't know what's happening, you don't know what's going on, but they're playing music that is like, to your ears, horrendous, because again, like you're listening to stuff from like pre like 1980, right? That's all you know. That's all you ever know.
And you're seeing skull drones in the sky.
Yeah, like Christian rock and like a little bit of country, but like a lot of country is like talking about beer and sex, so you can't listen to that. Anyways, this is I'm trying to paint a picture of the demo that would do something like this and think this way. Like if you see this guy coming in with an event called Summoning, and you see the people that are going wearing black cloaks, and he's wearing an animal skull on his head, and he's playing dubstep in a cave near your house. And you've like literally only hung out with the same 30 people your whole life, and you don't know what's going on. And you see this, and you're very Christian, and all your friends are Christian. You're gonna freak out, and that's exactly what they did. They freaked out. They made a Facebook page. I think it was something like, I don't know if it was like Christians against Daniel Howard or like Christian. I think that's his last name. Like it was something like Christian moms against Daniel Howard or something, and they would just like post all this evidence that they have. This sudden death is like the devil, and that's why they can't have summoning in the caverns anymore.
Yeah, insane. Did not know that story.
Yeah, and I wish I could find the Facebook group because it is so funny. Someone showed it to me. They're like, "Oh, this is why the festival isn't happening." And I was like. It was like, I don't know. It was like what Facebook is such an underrated art.
Yeah.
Like so much crazy stuff goes down there.
My Facebook, I've recently gone on Facebook a bit more than probably needed. And I want this literally yesterday actually. I was like, let me just scroll through my feed. Let's see what's happening.
Oh, first mistake.
Like the most random bullshit ever. Like classic like videos of like them showing like how to like someone's making a furniture, and like then it's like mindless content, the most mindless content you can think
just
of.
like straight brain rot,
or
it's someone that you haven't spoken to in 6 years who you met once, like maybe in middle school, and they're like buying a house and they have to write like 3 paragraphs about it.
A lot of people getting married.
A lot of people getting married. A lot of people having kids. Good for them.
Yeah.
Good job. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah, Facebook's interesting.
Facebook is like so weird. It reminds you how old you are too.
And then I joined some groups because I moved, and I was like, why not?
I joined so many groups during COVID, and they're so funny.
And they're insane.
I'm gonna show you some of them after because they're so good.
We'll have to share groups.
So I literally can't say some of the stuff that's like some of the groups I have.
I joined like a solo travelers group because I was like, maybe I'll go abroad. You
getting all those like thirst trap dudes?
No,
girls.
Girls. It's crazy.
I am in one, and I have the opposite problem. It's all guys.
I wonder if that's on purpose. I wonder if it feeds you guys and feeds me girls to interact with the people.
I mean, yeah, the meta algorithm is.
It is kind of wild because I'm like, is every
solo traveler a really hot girl?
100. I'm like, are these just?
No, it's like a weird thing.
It's super weird.
Like I don't know what
they're all like. Oh, I'm from Australia. I'm going to Turkey for 7 days. Who wants to come? And it's them in a bikini, and I'm like,
I'm worth $3 million.
And then you look at the comments, and I did look at the comments the other day, so maybe but I was getting fed this way before I even interacted. I looked at the comments because I was like, what the fuck is this? And so I looked at the comments, and then there's like all these old dudes responding, and now I'm like, is this? I'm like, this is not the group I signed up for, which I need to just leave it because it is getting to a point where, like you said, I'm like, are all these hot girls just like traveling for free everywhere? Like, what am I doing wrong?
No, but they're doing the same thing with the guys. So something is up. I don't know if they're like AI generated and they're trying to like scam people for information, or they're trying to like
Facebook.
They're trying to promote their OFs, or I don't know what they're trying to do, but it's a weird thing.
We are doing hard boots on the ground.
And I actually how did I even get into that group? Did you join it?
I joined it.
I don't recall joining it. I recall joining some really outlandish ones, but
I joined it not knowing it was going to be that.
Mm-hmm. I'm in this Facebook group where everyone pretends that they work in an office together.
That's kind of cool.
It's really cool. It's been going strong for 4 years now.
Call anyone?
I'm also in the ant colony one,
Ant colony
where we
one's
all
cool.
pretend we're in an ant colony.
I like that one. My buddy, I almost feel like it would be so cool to know if he started that Facebook page. His name is Anthony, short for Anthony. His name's Ant. He has an ant tattoo on his leg. And he goes to festivals, and when he meets people, he tells them they need to get an ant tattoo to join the ant colony.
I mean,
cool.
Have people done it?
I don't know. I've always had the idea that I'll get an ant tattoo, but I'll specifically get an ant tattoo with a crown on its head. Self-anointed king. I just took over the colony.
Oh, that's cold.
Big brain move.
That's a big brain thing. Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, Facebook has the power to destroy music festivals.
Take summoning a music festival away. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Also, I didn't mean any shade to the people that didn't want that festival to happen. I really just think that it is out of cultural differences and ignorance and misunderstanding. And if you feel like the people are intruding on your space and doing something that goes against your religious beliefs, you have every right to speak out on that. I just also really happen to like sudden death and wish that festival still existed. So I am biased, and if I offended anyone, I am very sorry. That was not my intention. I just want to clarify that.
Good words to end on for those that get offended by the devil.
Which, understandably, a lot of people do.
I honestly like that you went on a little Tim Dillon rant there. It was pretty cool because he always does that where he like paints the picture of this, like you could picture what he's saying in this rant that he's going on. And you did a good job with that. So props. But
I can do more.
Do we? We're good. I think we've covered a lot of the music festivals for Halloween.
Yeah, we're gonna leave one out, and someone is gonna be mad about it. But that's.
You can be mad.
I think we're good. I think we covered our base.
With that,
now he's blurry again.
I'm no. This is somebody new. I got a new story to tell. I'm anonymous.
You just gotta stop moving so much. Look how still I am. I've been still this whole episode.
Yeah, I got too close.
I'm also very tired.
Didn't mess with the thing. Anyways, with that being said, folks, thank you so much for joining. We appreciate it. Like and subscribe. We'll end the podcast with that. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Peace.